Hey, Galilee friends and family, it's Joan here for another edition of Friday Prayer Focus. I am just finishing up a study of Israel and the Minor Prophets. So it's the early history of Israel, um, and then some of the minor prophets. There's actually more prophets mentioned. Not everybody got their own book, but that's okay. There was a lot of guidance given. God gave Israel a lot of guidance through the prophets, but there were also false prophets, even way back then. So, false prophets from way before Jesus ever touched foot on earth, even up until today. And, you have to be on guard for them. I had actual up close and personal encounter with a false prophet. It was some years ago at my previous church. We were having the Wednesday evening Bible study. I was pretty new Christian, didn't know a lot, but I knew enough to be a Christian. So that was kind of cool. So this guy walks in off the street. Nobody knew him. And he said that God sent him there from Delaware, that he walked there because he had a message for us. And I was just intrigued. I'm like, really? And he said he came to straighten us out. And I'm like, okay, if we're got something wrong, let's hear it. And he said, Jesus came to save all people, and all people are already saved. They don't have to do anything. They're saved. Everyone goes to heaven. And I'm going, that's not what the Bible said. I'm thinking this, and I'm kind of waiting for like somebody else to say something because there was, longer time Christians in that room than me, but for some reason nobody was saying anything. So, and I was too timid at the time. Today I'd have no problem, but I was too unsure, new. I was too new to say, but it says right here. It was kind of like I said, towards the end, we all sort of packed up and went home. And when I got home, I remember I'm standing at the sink and I'm like washing this dish and I'm like staring out the window and I'm going, God, could that be true what that guy said? Could you show me the truth about that? And right away, I see this image right in front of me. It's an image of Jesus on the cross. His head is down. He's dead. He's all beat up and bloody. And it was quick. It was maybe a second or two. And I was like, whoa. I remember gently laying the dish back in the soap water. I grabbed a towel and walked over. I had to sit down. It was pretty intense. And I said, okay, that's your answer, but what does it mean? What are you telling me? And God said to me, if what that guy was saying was true, why would I do that to my son? Well, it was intense and memorable. And I learned, I'm not going to know everything. It's easy to be caught off guard. It still goes on today. And Satan's biggest strategy is to take something right out of the Bible and twist it a little. That guy had a lot of what he said was true, and he forgot the only those. It says right here, right after the famous John 3:16, it says, whoever believes in him, and they're referencing Jesus here, is not condemned, but whoever does not believe stands condemned already because he has not believed in the name of God's one and only Son. Right in there, very clear. So if you're ever caught off guard and unsure, ask. I thought he'd answer my prayer like tomorrow, next week. I don't know why I thought that, but I did, and it was like immediate. And I'm so glad that God didn't keep me hanging, because I was really upset about that. So I was able to go back and tell the others, and they're all like, yeah, what is? They just thought he was a nut, and they just kind of wanted him out of there. They weren't going to engage him, and I guess that's fair. I don't know, but that's our Friday prayer focus this week, is that we would be on guard for the false prophets, and that if we're not sure of something, that we would ask. We can ask each other, we can ask Pastor, ask God. Gosh, he loves, if you're asking from the heart, he's going to answer you. So thank you for praying for me, and I'm praying for you guys. I also wanted to remind you, I remind you every now and then, we have this great app. I hope you've got it on your phone. If you don't, go to church.app. Church.app. There's some others with a similar name, but this one is church.app. And the very first time you just have to search for Galilee and it should pop right up. And after that, whenever you open it, this is what you get. So you can actually take your attendance right here from the app. All you got to do is open the app. You don't have to take a picture of the Q code or anything. It's really easy. And then we've got a lot of our videos. This is Jumpstart Your Day. That's Pastor's wonderful Tuesday and Thursday videos. And this is the children's message. All of them right there. There's the sermons, just sermons. There's our Friday messages. This is the Wednesday, what's that called? Wednesday worship at home. Sorry, I forgot the name. This give button here takes you straight to Tithely, and you'll see a drop-down menu with all the things you can choose from, including VBS, Ukraine, debt reduction. There's a bunch of them. We've got a link to our preschool and a link to our YouTube live video. So I hope you check that out. Oh, here's my favorite part. At the bottom, I hope you can see that. There's this great picture of some of our wonderful men musicians there. It's a good picture. All right, so check out the app, and I'll see you next time I see you. Love you guys.